The fireworks are returning to the skies above Hampton tonight. It was a July 4th tradition for decades at Fort Monroe, but when the Army post was decommissioned last year, the annual show was canceled. But they're back this year. 10 to your side's Jason Marks is live in Hampton ahead of the celebration. Jason, must be a lot of excitement there.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement here. You can already feel it at Fort Monroe. They've had activities that started early today and will last all night long, of course, culminating in tonight's big fireworks show. Now, let me step out of the way and show you what's going on here at Continental Park, and you can see that's the U.S. Fleet Forces Band Wind Ensemble. They are just warming up, tuning up, I should say, and they're going to be performing tonight at 7 o'clock. I can tell you Governor McDonnell is here. He arrived a short time ago. He'll be here all night long. It's just part of the many activities they have going on. There'll be, as you can imagine, here at Fort Monroe, a very patriotic feel. People have already started showing up. If you look over here to the left-hand side, you can see people have already put out their lawn chairs. They have their blankets out, umbrellas keeping away from the sun, but they're getting ready, making sure they get their spots for tonight's fireworks. Now, Fort Monroe is such a historic facility. For years, there was always fireworks, as you mentioned, but the show last year did not happen. That was because the fort was in the process of being transferred over from the Army back to the city of Hampton. Organizers of tonight's event knew how important it was to bring July 4th fireworks back to the fort.
I often say Fort Monroe, eventually we're all going to realize, is the most historic place in our country. From 1607 all the way up to present time, you're exactly right. This is a great place to celebrate the 4th of July.
Yeah, you really can't think of a better spot. I mean, with all the history here at the fort, and then obviously you'll have the patriotic music flowing at 7 o'clock, and then the fireworks that will begin at 9:30, and which should last for about 15 minutes. Now, one warning here, if you are coming out to Fort Monroe, I'm told that you have to be here by at least 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, the police will shut down the entrance. They won't allow anyone else onto the fort, so you do want to make sure you're here at 9. This concert behind me will begin at 7. As we mentioned, Governor McDonnell is also here, so a lot going on this afternoon. We'll have much more on the activities coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 at 6, but for now, that's the latest here in Hampton. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.